Knocking no rhyme, showing lots of rhyme.
Alright, cool. So, what's up, everybody? This is Alex Reyes with Hustle Town Inc. Today I'm doing an interview with.
My name is Daya, does hair, fully Dayaselly Gracia.
Okay, and she is a fellow hustler that I met through some connections and some networking. And we're here just to discuss a little bit about herself and what she does. So, Daya, will you please explain to the people what is it that you do?
Okay, so I am a cosmetologist. I have a salon in Pearland, Houston, and it's called the Beauty Box. And I service beauty services for hair, like highlight, color. You can get facials, you can makeup services. I do like wedding parties. And we do the hair and the makeup. We'll travel to you, or you can keep up with your beauty like needs.
Okay, so it's all cosmetology and hair and all that.
Yes, it's beauty.
Okay.
Basically, all your beauty is going to be at the Beauty Box.
Okay, and
the only thing we are failing right now with would be just like the nails. We don't have a nail lady, but we have lashes, and we do the makeup. So we have like extensions that we do for your hair. So you can like make your hair long. You can do your lashes and make extensions on them too. So it's kind of like transform you, do transformations.
all right, cool. And for you nail ladies out there, they hiring, so you might want to
come in. Need a nail girl.
There you go. All right.
Another facial girl. I'll take some more facials too.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And can you explain how long you've been doing it and what got you started in it?
Okay, so I have been a hairdresser now for a total of going on 14 years, and I loved it since I was a little young girl. I love seeing my mom get dressed in the morning. She's always like extra beautiful, and I always wanted to do that, and I couldn't do it. So I had to wait until I was at a certain age where I was allowed to do that. So the anticipation of waiting so much made me want to do it, because I'm super tomboy, so you never really know how girly I can be. Because I can be really girly, then I can.
Oh, so you can switch it up on them like real quick.
I have like 3 stepbrothers and an older brother, so I'm the only girl. So I'm super girly, but I'm super tomboy too. I'd be rough with them, you know?
Did you ever at the wrestling?
All the time.
Look at that. Okay.
Absolutely.
And where is your shop located?
And Pearland, Old Town in Houston.
Old Town. Okay, in Houston.
Old Town, Pearland. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's right off like 35 and Broadway. Mm-hmm.
35 and Broadway.
It's like a busy intersection area right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys tend to get busy.
I'm usually by appointment only. I actually just graduated school. I'm going to be a cosmetology instructor. So now I would plan to also teach cosmetology and do classes.
Fine. So you said you just started. Can you tell the people a little bit of how that whole experience went for you, and to the people out there watching that want to get into this type of business, what would be some good advice that you can give them?
For me, we opened up the shop. Me and my girlfriend, Heaven. We opened up the shop on February 2020, right before COVID, and it was definitely difficult. I feel like trying to open up a shop and then having to go through the shutdown pandemic. But luckily, because I had been doing hair for so long, my customers stayed following me and stayed wanting to be loyal to me. So when we opened back up in May, it was throughout that time I was trying to still work, but it's hard because we couldn't do that at that time. So it was very hard. So it made me grow more spiritually closer to God. So doing that, it made me push myself to not just sit at home. I had to decide to go to school, and that's where my career to become an instructor came in. And so I didn't know I had that passion of being able to teach it, but the more I took the classes, the more I saw me touching and showing people how I do it. They realized how I am helpful, and it made me feel really good. And I didn't realize teaching does also reward you.
Sure does. It sure does.
Yeah. So now that I'm done with that schooling, I'm ready just to branch off and still own the salon, do hair, but also be a teacher. Mm-hmm.
So how do you mix everything together? Because I know as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, you tend to be busy. So can you give the people a little bit of that?
Because me and you, we talked about it, we met each other, and we were we're gonna make an appointment to do an interview, and it took 5 weeks out. So I'm always just planning ahead. Even now I'm already planned out all the way till April, right? Okay. So you have to stay consistently and you gotta make a life. So it's important prioritizing and scheduling. It's so important as a hustler, I guess.
True that. And you did mention you did have a son.
I do. I have a 9-year-old, soon to be 10 in March.
Okay.
I have a 10-year-old soon.
And for the mothers out there, if you can share some words of wisdom, what would be one of the things that
like, I think for sure, like, no matter how hard you hustle, like, you want to make sure you have a roof over your son's head, your kids' heads. You want to make sure you always feed them. So I think we always prioritize and like worrying so much about, I gotta go to work. I think the more you do stay spiritually attached with God and talk to him, he makes sure that he supplies all your needs. So when you're able to like put your fear into God and your trust into him, plan time to be with your child, because those are times that you won't be able to go back. So prioritize, make sure like I have to be at my son to pick him up after school. At like by 3 o'clock, I gotta be off to fight traffic to make sure I can get to him, and I make sure I don't book anybody till after 6. And if he has a game, I want to make sure I make it. So throughout my week, if he plays football, I have to ask the coach for the schedule and make sure I make time to go to the practices. Those are important. He wants to see
Right.
there. The games, you're the best cheerleader, so no one else is gonna be the one he looks for in the actual, and looking for you. It's important to see your face.
And that's real hustling, y'all. That is real hustling. Hustling can mean not just financial experience or anything like that. Hustling, truth be told, is taking care of your family, taking care of what needs to be done. Those are real hustles out here that we're trying to get. And Daya, I do want to thank you for coming out here today, taking your time with your very busy schedule to have this time for this interview. And really, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Is there anything else that you would want to say to the camera, to the people out here?
No, just come set an appointment and get beautiful at the beauty box.
Okay, and they can find you at?
You can find me at Daya Does Hair and on Instagram, and also you can find me on Dayaselly on Facebook. Gracia is my last name. Soon to change. Chinga. Sorry. And then also you can find the beauty box on Instagram, and the salon has Heavenly Faces. We have Amber, and we also have Elaine who do hair as well. So I have a little team in case whoever needs to support.
You gotta keep the team together.
And we have my lash girl too, cause Becky.
All right.
So we have plenty of
Well, shout out to Becky and everybody else at the beauty box. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more hustler interviews. Stay hustling.
Knocking those rhymes, showing lots of rhymes.
Hustle Town Incorporated, bitches.
Money, man.